Let's move on now. The West Asia conflict has entered a dangerous new phase. U.S. operations against Iran have stretched into their 13th day. With President Trump promising strikes bigger than ever, Iran has responded with attacks on U.S. military bases across the region. U.S. Central Command has released video of its latest strikes, some of the most devastating so far. The operation lasted more than 2 hours and targeted key Iranian military infrastructure. Iranian media reported that the U.S. strikes had caused casualties in southwestern province of Khuzestan, where at least 4 people were killed, while explosions were reported in several parts of Iran and air defense systems were activated in Tehran. Power outages were reported in Bandar Abbas, while loud explosions were heard in the Keshem Island. The assault is being described as one of the most devastating of the campaign so far. Reports indicate 12 targets across 7 provinces came under attack, including multiple locations in Khuzestan, Hormozgan, Markazi, and Gilan. The extensive damage points to the possible use of strategic bombers. Following Trump's warning of a major military punishment, there are signs that the U.S. is preparing to ramp up military operations, including an increase in the number of refueling aircraft deployed to Israel and dozens more medics being sent to a sprawling base in Germany. But the most notable escalation came as the U.S. deployed B-1 long-range bombers from UK bases. But this is not the first time the U.S. is deploying the long-range bombers. Several B-1 missions were conducted between February and April during Operation Epic Fury to hit Iranian missile bases, command centers, weapons storage facilities, and air defense systems.
Every weapon that had been tested in the world but never deployed in any war has been used against the Islamic Republic. Every piece of weaponry, every technology, every capability that had not been used even once in any war was deployed in the war against the Islamic Republic. Every capability, every weapon, every contingency that the Americans had planned and stockpiled for World War III to engage with the world's major powers, all of it was brought to the field against the Islamic Republic, and all of it was used and deployed.
Trump's warning came as global oil prices crossed $100 a barrel for the first time since May, driven by Houthi attacks on Saudi oil tankers in the Red Sea. Earlier, the Houthis said they were imposing a naval blockade on Saudi Arabia during a warning from the Saudi-led coalition that it would respond firmly, in a move that threatens to disrupt global energy supplies beyond the Gulf. Amid rising tensions, Iran's IRGC have cautioned civilians to steer clear of U.S. military positions across the region. They say anyone living near American deployments should remain at least 500 meters away. Meanwhile, at least 7 explosions broke out near a military base hosting U.S. forces in the northern Iraqi city of Erbil. The attack came hours after the U.S. military said it had wrapped up its 13th night of strikes against Iran. However, there was no immediate information on casualties or the cause of the explosions. Iran further stepped up its retaliation, carrying out drone strikes on U.S. military bases in Bahrain, Jordan, and Kuwait. The IRGC claimed the operation also targeted an Amazon data center in Bahrain. Jordan's military claimed to have intercepted 7 missiles and 6 drones launched by Iran. Amid the escalation, President Trump declared that the U.S. will begin using frozen Iranian assets to pay for ships and cargo damaged by strikes in and around the Gulf. Tehran slammed Trump's decision to pay for shipping damage with Iranian assets as an incendiary precedent. Iran has now rejected a ceasefire proposal from President Trump, carried to Tehran by Iraqi Prime Minister Ali al-Zaidi. Tehran warned that it would hold accountable any country assisting the U.S. in its campaign on the Islamic Republic.